hello, and welcome to the Sunday Preview Rundown. And today we have some re-releases. We got some stuff that's already been out, but you know what? We'll take it. New packages, new stuff.
Well, the first one is technically stuff that's all been out, but it's in a new format and
That is true.
rumored at a new price point that is far more palatable than it was previously.
Yeah,
so I guess
fair.
let's talk about that first. This is the Kill Team Starter Set, the new one. Mm-hmm. So first off, if you look at the minis, you'll notice that these are, wow, it's kind of like two discrete teams. If you were out of the loop, these are the two Space Marine Heroes blind box packages. Not the first one, because that one was TAC Marines. Mm-hmm. But there's this, the Death Guard here, I forget what they were actually called, but this was, I think, Series 2 or Series 3. And then the other one over here is the Primaris Space Marines one. So these were previously minis that a lot of folks didn't really have a chance to get.
Yes, well, that is true, but it also kind of takes away from the previous releases because they're supposed to be like blind box things. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
And I always despise blind box things.
Yeah, me too.
So anytime that stuff comes out, I'm just like, sure, whatever. Anytime there's an exclusive mini, I never want it to be exclusive. I want everyone to have a chance to get it.
Right.
Because to me, that's more fun that everyone has the cool sculpts that they, put hundreds of thousands of dollars into making. Mm-hmm. And then go, yeah, I'm going to sell a bit. But anyway, the other exciting thing is that this is the first time GW's done MDF terrain in a hot minute.
Yeah, a little while. Straight up MDF.
So those look like the Ryza ruins, like the sector Frontieris ruins, I think it's called. Zone of Frontieris.
I could not tell you.
Yep, I've got a set of the plastic versions of those. These are the MDF versions. If you don't know, MDF is basically like super compressed wood.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they keep the price point low, I think this is fantastic.
Oh, I agree. I think this would be a great way to get into the game.
And supposedly that price point, this is around $100.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be great.
And if that's true, this is a fantastic way to get into the game. It's got great minis, and yeah, sure, it's cardboard terrain, but it works perfectly fine for what it is. Mm-hmm. And it has all the tokens and the rulers and everything else that you actually need to play. So yeah, I'm kind of on board with this.
Wasn't the MSRP for each of these teams like $70 or $80?
If you bought an entire package of the Plague Marines one, I believe it was $75 back then. Yes.
So yeah, making two teams for $100, that would be great. Obviously, we don't actually know what the price is, but yeah, if the rumor is true.
Yeah, and if this ends up being $200, I'm not interested.
Oh yeah,
like full stop.
Definitely not. But yeah, I don't have any Death Guard at all, but I might actually get this.
I do actually have these Death Guard.
Oh really?
I don't have those Marines. Yeah, I don't have the Primaris Marines, but I do have this set of Death Guard because they're very, very fun sculpts.
They are. They're cool.
And that's the only new thing happening. Let's go on to some old releases I'm happy to see because I was afraid they were getting like nuked.
Yeah, this is Wave 2. Kill Team Wave 2. So we have the new boxing and the data cards for a bunch of different kill teams. We'll go through them pretty quickly. Kazarkin, unless there's something you want to say about any of them.
Nope, Kazarkin, great sculpt. Were borderline mandatory in Guard. Now they're terrible, but, still a great sculpt. They were an awful team as well, but I think they're better now.
I think I might buy this just because I can use them in GSC now more effectively. But
right.
That's in the far future. Next is Phobos, which is historically one of the worst kill teams they've ever released.
I believe I'll quote Can You Roll a Crit on this one. Mm-hmm. They're the worst elite team, but still better than a lot of teams.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I have not played them myself, so I don't know if that's still true. Yeah, because for a long time, these guys were just bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, just the lowest win rate, and then they buffed them, and they were still the lowest win rate.
And these aren't a popular team in general, because a lot of folks do not like Phobos Armor Marines, just in general.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you do, these guys have some fun, unique stuff.
Yeah, true. Then we have the Chaos Space Marine Legionaries, Chaos Space Marines, with the ever-classic memeable face on the leader here.
On the complete opposite end of the spectrum from Phobos team in both power and popularity.
Yes.
Because everyone loved these sculpts. The meme guy aside, everyone loved these sculpts. And also, they were real good.
Exactly. I was about to say, this team is super strong from what I've been hearing in the old edition and the new one. And the sculpts are fantastic. Yeah, they are just the Legionary sculpts with some extra stuff, but these are great.
Turns out putting Mark of Nurgle on everything's kind of broken.
I think all the marks are pretty good. but Nurgle.
Oh, are they all good now? Because I remember when you and I discussed this way back in the day, we actually had a video on this. We kind of came to the conclusion that it's like, well, it's Nurgle or nothing. Well, maybe the melee guy you give like Slanesh to make him faster.
Yeah, and also all the Marine kill teams are max 6 guys, and you get 10, so you have some options to pick from, which is kind of nice. Up next is Tau Pathfinders. As far as I know, this is pretty similar to the normal Pathfinder team, except for this big boy in the middle here. Like, not much upgrades wise.
You mean like the normal? Oh, so as in the normal Pathfinder kit?
Yeah.
Well, the big boy there's a recon drone. He already comes with a kit.
Oh, he does? Well, then never mind.
Yep.
Ignore everything I said.
Yep. Nope. There's a bunch of head upgrades. Basically.
Yeah. Fair.
It's a Pathfinder sprue with an upgrade sprue, which, to be fair, is true of a lot of these.
Yeah. I mean, at least 2 of these have been.
I personally don't like any of those upgrades visually, but if you like helmetless Tau, you'll probably like them.
Yeah, I just don't like Tau either. But yeah. And then we have Inquisitorial Agents, which is one. So it's half of what you could take, and you could take 5 things. 20% of a kill team.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you mean.
Because the agents can take either another set of agents or the one of 4 different options. So this was always weird to me. Why wasn't this just 2 sprues and you could make make both?
Yeah, that was interesting because it's 7 minis, but most of these guys have 2 options, or even Mr. Servitor has 2 different weapon options. You can either choose to not fully double up, because I think the most you can ever get is like 12 guys.
Yeah.
But you can either kind of bring 12 models worth of Inquisition, or you can partner them up with Scions, Kazarkin, Sisters of Battle, Vet Guardsmen.
So this is great for people that have the old stuff, but this is one of the most expensive teams to get, because this is not where you end. Like, you need this and at least 1 more box.
Yes.
Which is kind of annoying.
You cannot build a full team from this, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
It is. It's the last vestiges of playing kill team with models you already own.
Yeah, that's true. Which is funny because it came out fairly late in the last edition.
Yeah, well, the real reason you want this box is if you missed the very, very limited campaign box they came out with.
The super limited release one was also very stupid.
and that one came with a bunch of other models of like Scions and Sisters.
Yeah, it came with stuff that you could use, whereas this just doesn't.
Either way, apparently these guys are pretty strong now. I'm looking to play them.
Ooh.
Apparently, I've not played them yet. I'm hoping to rectify that this week.
Ooh.
Or maybe next week. But I might start with these guys because I love these sculpts. This is one of my favorite releases they've done for Kill Team in a hot minute.
Yeah.
And it would let me use Kazarkin, which I also love.
That's true.
That's true. Win-win. Speaking of that box that nobody could get.
Lastly, here are the cards.
Yeah, because we're not selling you that whole huge collection of minis that was an amazing deal again.
Yeah, because it is $180 for the things that you need for that kill team.
Uh-huh.
And also, again, I'm referencing Can You Roll a Crit? Apparently, they're not very good.
Well, because, I mean, and that's just how GW works, because last edition, these guys were utterly broken.
That's
just
true.
Completely off the walls, the most powerful team without exception, because they just had so many wounds and so many guys, and they could just, you could not bring them down before they mutated and flooded the board.
And the healing and the everything.
So, sucks to suck, Karma's a beach.
I mean, that's not going to stop me from playing them because they look cool.
Oh, yeah, true. And I guess let's continue with our Chaos theme.
Yep. On to the Chaos Lord that was in one of the 2 battle forces that we got when their Codex came out. That's been a little while now, by the way. I think it's been like 6 months.
Thereabouts, yeah.
So we have the Chaos Lord with some options. We got a Power Fist and Axe here. Sure. And then in the one in the other box was the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack, which is great for, your Dread Talents.
Yep, your Raptors, as they were. I really like the Chaos Lord sculpt. We kind of talked about this when they were announced after Adepticon.
This one is very well done. I like this one a lot.
And I do like the new Jump Lord, although I hate the way he's mounted.
I feel like is the smoke better or worse than a Tactical Rock?
Neither. It's neutral.
They're both equally egregious.
It's better than the guys who are just barely tiptoeing off the ground.
Yeah.
But it also just does kind of look like he's halfway through a dance maneuver.
Yeah. And also we have the Tactical Rock that this bird is brushing into.
Which I really hate.
Which definitely happens all the time. You know how birds are constantly just like running into terrain? Especially when with 2 heads that can just like see. Yeah.
Well, that's why. It's got 2 heads and they're arguing over which way to go.
Oh, okay. So he just barely is cutting across that. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
the maligned Inquisitor Coteaz.
Yeah, so Inquisitor Coteaz is a classic kit, and this is the replacement for it. And there's a theme with 40k things in golden armor irritating people because a lot of folks did not like this kit. I can't really speak because I also didn't have an attachment to the previous kit.
That's fair.
Although when I look at him, yeah, I kind of get it. I don't love him.
He's not, it's weird for me to say, but he's not decorated enough. For being an Inquisitor, he doesn't have enough on him.
Yeah, I can see that. I just personally don't like his armor shape, and I know it's like power armor, but I think other humans in power armor do this better.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't like the eagle.
Yeah, I know, I don't like the eagle at all. Yeah, again, much maligned. A lot of people really didn't like this. There's tons of memes out there. But if you want him, here he is. Maybe you want him and you want to kit bash him to make him look cooler.
Also, catch the typo before they catch it.
Where is it?
The legendary hero Inquisitor Torquemada Coteaz uses the information network of the Ordio Mouse to great effect when directing his subordinates in battle, even as he strides forward to personally smite heretics, traitors, and demons with his infamous Nemesis Daemon Hammer. All whole is Glovidian Cyber Eagle soars high above the melee. I think that's supposed to say all while his.
While, not whole. Not all
Not
whole
all
is.
whole is. This is
Also,
his first standalone.
Cyber Eagle.
Also,
come on.
Yeah, this is also how you can tell like this was from when 40k was a joke because Torquemada, like that's a History of the World Part 1 reference.
Wow.
The Inquisitor that Mel Brooks plays is named Takamata. Oh, great Takamata. You can't Takamata anything. Like that's literally a joke they use in that movie, and this guy's name is Torquemada, and I refuse to believe that isn't a coincidence.
Yeah, they should have just not put that here. That's one of the things that you should have ratted, guys. Come on.
It's kind of like all the Lizardmen names back when you had, Tic-Tac-Toe and 10-in-1, and then they spelled them in weird language to make them not silly.
Yeah.
But they're still silly.
They're still silly.
Yeah, I don't like the model. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't like it either. I'm not a fan. I didn't like the old one, to be fair, but I'm not an Inquisitor fan.
No. That's some of them I like. The only other thing that we'll talk about before the end, because that's it for as far as releases for models. Apparently tomorrow on Monday we've got more news about more squat prospector stuff at Necromunda.
Yeah, they are going nuts with the squats. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, hey, Wave 2 squats. So
Yeah,
we'll
that's
cover
great.
that as they come out, but it will delay our full squat rundown video. Very sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately. Like, it doesn't make sense to make a 45-minute video and then, like, hey, guys, they changed all this stuff. So, they added some stuff. We should probably do it again.
Squats 2, Diggy Boogaloo. I don't know.
Yep, it says Necromunda alongside something for Blood Bowl, and then more on the new edition of Underworlds, which is cool. And including a roadmap, which, you know me, I love a roadmap. Although if it's like the Warhammer Day roadmaps. No, it wasn't Warhammer Day.
I like a good roadmap.
Yeah, I like a good roadmap. Give me.
I didn't like that roadmap.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it for us this week. Keep an eye out for more releases, especially Necromunda, that we'll cover as they come out. And until that time,
Bye-bye.